Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Jinjin's Cosmic if you didn't happen to be here. Perhaps it's time to meet your soul.
Among the 12 Zodiac signs, Libra is often remembered as the symbol of harmony and fairness. Gentle and refined, they have a natural gift for listening and seeing things from many perspectives. That's why Libra often becomes the peacemaker, the bridge that keeps relationships balanced. Yet behind that calm and pleasant exterior lies a truth few people recognize. The desire to maintain peace can sometimes cause Libra to lose themselves. They may fall into the cycle of trying to please everyone, only to forget that they, too, deserve to be heard, respected, and protected. This message is a gentle reminder for Libra that true balance must begin within. When Libra forgets themselves in the race to please everyone, Libra is often seen as the zodiac sign of harmony. They naturally have the ability to see many sides of a situation, which makes them the problem solver in a group. Yet, this constant desire to keep the peace can sometimes come at a heavy cost. Libra may agree to take on extra work even when they are exhausted, simply because they fear that saying no will disappoint someone. They might smile and nod in a conversation, even when the words sting, because conflict makes them deeply uncomfortable. But over time, this constant yielding becomes like a mask. On the outside, everyone sees a friendly, easygoing Libra. On the inside, though, their heart grows heavy. By endlessly running after the needs of others, they gradually lose touch with their own inner voice, the very voice that deserves to be heard first. Take these simple examples. A Libra goes out to eat with friends. Everyone wants to go to restaurant A, but Libra is allergic to the main dish there. Instead of speaking up, they choose silence and endure it. Or in the workplace, their boss assigns a last-minute urgent task. Even though Libra is already overwhelmed, they still say yes, afraid of being seen as uncommitted. These little moments, when repeated again and again, pile up into a heavy burden. True balance is not about carrying all the weight on one side. It is about harmony, a space where Libra, too, is respected and heard just as much as anyone else. Protecting yourself doesn't make you selfish, it makes you stronger. Many Libras carry a quiet fear of being judged as selfish whenever they put themselves first. But the truth is entirely different. Protecting yourself isn't selfish at all. It's the only way to sustain balance in the long run. When Libra dares to set boundaries, they no longer feel exploited or trapped in one-sided relationships. When they dare to say no at the right time, they break free from cycles of exhaustion and resentment. And when they learn to care for themselves, they gain the energy to love and give again, not through weary sacrifice, but through genuine affection. Think of it this way. A friend asks Libra to do their assignment even when Libra is already overwhelmed. Instead of reluctantly agreeing, Libra can gently reply, "I'm busy right now, but I'd be happy to give you feedback once you finish." That's a refusal, but still kind. Or in the family, if Libra is constantly pulled in as the peacemaker, they can softly say, "I'm tired today, maybe everyone can try working it out together." These actions don't make them any less gentle. They simply make their kindness clearer, healthier, and more fair. And it's in moments like these that Libra discovers a deeper truth. Balance doesn't begin outside, it begins within. If they only focus on pleasing others, they lose themselves. If they only think of themselves, they become selfish. True balance lies in the middle ground, being kind to others without forgetting to be kind to yourself. When the inner scales are steady, Libra's choices become clearer, and they no longer have to sacrifice their happiness to keep a false peace. Balance begins within, not outside. Many Libras believe that balance means keeping everyone around them happy, no arguments, no conflicts. But that kind of balance is only a thin layer, because true harmony cannot exist if their inner world is still unsettled. Real balance must begin from within, where Libra knows what they want, what they need, and stands ready to protect it. If they spend their lives pleasing everyone else, Libra slowly loses themselves. But if they cling only to their own interests, they risk becoming selfish and distant. True balance lies in the middle ground, honoring others while not abandoning themselves. In conversations, instead of nodding along just to avoid tension, Libra can listen to their own heart and respond honestly. In relationships, instead of carrying all the responsibility, they can clearly express their limits, allowing love to grow with mutual respect. When Libra learns to pause and listen to themselves, every decision feels lighter and clearer. They no longer have to sacrifice happiness to maintain a false sense of peace. From this inner balance comes a quiet strength, one that naturally radiates outward. And in that moment, the peace Libra has always been seeking finally becomes real, not the result of forcing or compromise, but the natural harmony between heart and mind. Signs that Libra needs to learn how to protect themselves. Sometimes the body and soul act as the clearest mirrors, reminding Libra that they've drifted too far from themselves. Lingering fatigue after social gatherings isn't just physical, it's a sign of giving too much while receiving too little. That forced smile, that polite nod just to keep others comfortable, is really a quiet betrayal of their own inner voice. There are moments when Libra apologizes even though they've done nothing wrong, simply to ease the tension for someone else. There are times when they try to be the easygoing version everyone expects, while deep inside, disappointment quietly builds. These small, repeated actions gradually chip away at their authenticity, leaving them trapped in roles that don't truly reflect who they are. This is not a criticism, but a gentle reminder. It's time for Libra to return to themselves, to set boundaries, and to voice what they truly want. Balance cannot be built on endless sacrifice. It only has meaning when you remain whole. Don't wait until exhaustion forces the realization that love for others can only last when it begins with love for yourself. How Libra can protect themselves while still keeping balance. Protecting yourself doesn't mean becoming distant or unkind. It simply means learning how to love yourself the right way. For Libra, this begins with the smallest choices. Saying no gently without feeling guilty, setting boundaries that real friends will always respect, and carving out personal time as an essential part of daily life. It also means being honest with emotions, allowing yourself to feel sadness when it comes, and sharing joy freely when your heart is light. Most of all, it's about remembering that your worth is equal to anyone else's, and you don't have to lower yourself just to maintain a false peace. When Libra learns how to protect themselves, true balance finally appears. They are no longer trapped in the exhausting cycle of pleasing everyone else. Instead, they grow stronger, more confident, and more at ease. They realize that balance isn't about bending to every demand, but about holding on to themselves without being lost in the process. Life feels lighter, relationships become clearer, and Libra can give and love in a way that is genuine, not forced, not artificial. And in the end, this self-protection isn't about closing off. It's about preserving harmony between giving and receiving, between self-love and love for others. By honoring themselves, Libra becomes the truest version of who they were always meant to be. Libra, you cannot keep the world in balance if your own heart is unsteady. You cannot bring peace to others if you are still living in turmoil yourself. Balance begins with learning to honor who you are, knowing when to say no, setting clear boundaries, listening to your own feelings, and being honest with them. This isn't just your right, it's your responsibility to live fully as yourself. Once you stand firm, you'll realize balance isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about not losing yourself in the process. And in that moment, you become your own rare version, unique, extraordinary, and shining in your own way.